the Bible helped to facilitate a kind of colonial mentality in a black people, that the people them don't have to be present to manipulate your mind and your thinking and your political ideas and your religious belief. Them don't have to be there. Them just put a book in front of you and just say, read that. And we read it without analyzing or critically thinking about what we're reading, because we are so engulfed in the slave mentality that we feel say everything better than us, we as a people. So from them time until now, black people is in a serious traumatic experience with themselves. Right? This is the cutting edge with you. Warm night. We'll go through until 2 o'clock. You can't stay with me, But even if you don't stay with me, we're going to stay with you. So you know, a Salif Keita you listen to out of Mali. Yes, so I say good night again. We're there with you. You know, so much things that happen. I don't know how much I know I listen to this program here, Abu Jamal. Abu Jamal is one of them black power advocate, 80s, 70s, 80s. And them claim same kill a policeman. And him in a prison. Well, now, it's 40 years now since him in a prison. And I remember when Abu Jamal go in a prison. Because in a them time there, we used to do a whole heap of concert in his name, especially in Europe. I remember we do one in Italy, me and the musician them, and we are saying, but wait, most people know Al Jamal in them area, but him did carry our vibes. And it's 40 years now in a prison today. Him is 70-year-old. 70-year-old today. Abu Jamal. He was with a group named Move. For those of you who don't know Move, Move was a group of black power advocates in Philadelphia. All of them dreadlocks and all of them last name Africa. Them call themselves African dreadlocks. And it was the first time in history America drop a bomb on them own people. Why you know that and remember that? America drop a bomb and Move in Philadelphia. Blow up the place. Can you imagine that the governor sanctioned that of Philadelphia? And all of them leave, but Jamal in a prison for 40 years now. And him is 70 now. That means from him at 30, all him know is prison life for standing up against the system. So I heal up all the people them who know and represent Jamal over the years. We see what the government of Jamaica now recognize Israel as a state, the Palestinian state. This is now a whole heap of country, most countries in the world are recognize Palestine as a state. And most ones now is recognizing that the war that is going on is genocide, crimes against humanity. Crimes against humanity. So we're going to see what the world court is going to say this time, because them go away and go on like say, them not say nothing about it. But now they are forced to say something about it. And meanwhile, America is sending food down there. It's really a weird thing. Biden has sent food to give the people them in Gaza. And meanwhile, him gave the Israeli army bombs. Can you believe that? They might give them bomb, 200-pound bombs to kill the Palestinians. Meanwhile, they might drop food. And I claim, say, Israel must ease up. Ease up. These guys are starting with fork tongue, man. They must say they must ease up. And they must give them bombs everywhere. And the problem with it is that the people them now get the food because the Israeli army has stopped all of the ways them that the people them can get the food for coming to the Gaza Strip. And today, them find the hospital where them bomb. Today, them find 300 dead people in a mass grave. 300. So, that's some serious thing. We want the people them also know that Virgin name Tony Tough. Tony Tough. I'm going to remind you who named Tony Tough. Tony Tough we hear passway. Man called Tony Tough passway. Now I want to go back to Ibo Cooper. Ibo Cooper passed away last year, late last year. I don't remember which month. I know we had a celebration of Ibo Cooper live. I think in October, him dead. And then we have a celebration of him live in the School of Music. Because, Ibo was responsible for training most of them youth who come out now in a music and I play with different artists on a tour. I have to give credence and give credit to Ibo Cooper teaching them music. Now at that celebration of him live, I was suggesting that them should have a plaque in the school for Ibo. I don't know where she was, but when I said it, I saw Babsy, and I can't call her Babsy. Every time I say Babsy, I have to say it. She said, I must call her Babsy. So don't feel say it's a disrespect. But she come in and she say, she make a bigger thing. She said them should call the school the Ibo Cooper School of Music. Well, that is October, November, December, January, February, March. Now it's April. So we are talking about 6 months ago. Can somebody please call me and tell me if there's anything in the school mark, the Ibo Cooper Music School, or even the plaque that we suggest? Because why politicians have a different mindset from the people them. And we have to give credence to Babsy Craze what she do, especially as related to the music. No doubt, nobody can doubt that. She's doing good things for the music industry. But when you say something, you can't wait till 6 months after, before, well, it's even more than 6 months now, because it's I try to remind her now through the airwaves. Because I know every time I call her name, she say, I hear you was calling my name on the radio. I say, you listen to me? She said, no, but my people, them tell me, look here, what happened to the promise that you made to the people them in the auditorium at the music school, that you are going to immortalize Ibo Cooper name, immortalize the name And I say, what it take for just have a plaque, or what it take for just rename the school Ibokupa School of Music. That is really what we are asked, because as we see so much of the artists never pass who had made a lot of contribution to the Jamaican music. And we see a whole heap of them music not playing on the radio again. And we see a whole heap of them has done wonderful things to the mindset of those who is coming after them. We are say, we have to keep reminding, because it's a long time I remind, and I say, warm to the music hall where we need. What time to the music hall? How much time we have said that now? Years we have said that. Years. We have said, Jamaica need a music hall. A music hall that can facilitate seating and a nice stage with permanent backline, facilities for the artists them backstage, and just nice. What's so difficult? We see them using the sports arena, the sports center, not the arena, but the sports center beside the arena for all sort of activities. But the main activities that take place in that center is music. What was it? Why was it necessary to build another? You have the stadium over there, so you have the arena where hardly are used, and you put another sports center beside it, and then now a pure music are playing there. So why you can't convert that place? Because we're not about arena now, because arena will need whole heap of conversion, because the acoustic in there is not very good. Even though people can transform it. But the music hall can be, the sports center can facilitate a music hall. It hold a lot of people, and you can fix it for hold even more than we can hold it now. With permanent stage and lighting and everything. Just like foreign. Because me as an artist who have foreign mind, because most of my foreign presentation, most of my presentation with music is in foreign. As a matter of fact, I want to tell you about something, but that's who don't talk about this. But I can say to them, why is it that it's taking so long to have a music hall in Jamaica, where Jamaica is now seen as the music capital, the cultural capital? Why is it taking so long? I don't understand it. Them have the money. This tourism enhancement fund, we have to take money here, there, and everywhere. And these guys who get fat off the people them, just make them ease up off of the scamming and when I say scamming, matter how the politicians them and scam the people them. Make them ease up off of the scamming and get some of the money put together. And anywhere them can get the money. And make a China man go build it. Pay the Chinese them for go build the center. And make the Chinese man them build it as part of them pay where they were supposed to get for something else. It's a serious thing. Why is it that the music industry have to be pleading the cause of the music industry, when the music industry is one of the industries where it's bringing in more money in the island than anything else? Because most of the artists them go away, but do show. Them come back with their money. Them come back with the money and I feed this and I feed that. Most of the artists them understand what it is to go out there and earn money and come back. Where them want to build a big house, where them want to get all them baby man of them money, pick of them, all of them things there. It is worthy. And it worth more attention placed on the music industry in a Jamaica because a little island. And for a little island become like a culture capital of the world. When I talk about now, it's the Caribbean. Cultural capital of the world because, you know, we are taking our Trinidad Carnival and I make it bigger than Trinidad. I make it bigger than Trinidad Carnival. You know, see it? With the advent of this movie, Bob Marley movie, the eyes them upon Jamaica is even more intense. Whole heap of things are happening now for Jamaica because of that Bob Marley movie. Plus the summer festival, them are all over Europe. A pure reggae festival. You have more reggae festival in Europe than European music festival, where them play European music. You have a newspaper there in Europe there where it's like a star. And then when you're looking at it, you see all the festivals that will take place during the summer in Europe, all over the place. We don't have nothing like that in Jamaica. We have 3 little festivals here, and then some little place, I keep music, but we are talking about official. Because you see now, one time them say, them now put no foreign artists. I think Joe did announce foreign artists now go upon reggae, what them call it? Reggae, I know reggae sounds splash, I'm going to say reggae sounds splash. Some face. And make him did make a declaration and say some face now I have no foreign act on it. And now you see a baby face I go headline the show. Baby face are all relic. I mean, young people are so now, I mean, them good a hear about baby face. You know, see it? So that is what they know. No, when I say, can't put a foreign artist right now, but when they don't tell you, say, it's a reggae some fest. And then you have Babyface. Babyface are one of the most soulful singers out of the 80s and 90s. Soulful. He write some of the best music them for soul singers. Now, him a headline a hardcore dancehall festival. Hardcore dancehall festival. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how them get that go, but after them take, but we just talk about how every time them a try sidestep this thing, and sidestep it. And them can't sidestep it because as one thing job says another, just when them say the dancehall I get away, a movie about Bob Marley come and lick out back everything again and go right back now to the reggae. When you look at where we are going in the world now, Bob Marley, they everywhere. Them see a big wheel, a Ferris wheel, with like a record. The Ferris wheel look like a record. And it's a Bob Marley song I play night. Can you imagine that? And now we say I'm a piano. I think they never do that yet. Afrobeat. Them do every kind of Bob Marley song. Every kind of remix. But it's the first you're going to hear a South African remix. We hear them to South Africa. We hear them do about the tune. Because we have a whole heap of Bob Marley song with South African and other African artists do. But when we see the thing now become musical again, and the artists them are go out there again, why we have to go out there? Why we have to go out there? Why we have to go out there? A big festival, rain or fall, festival can't keep. But you have a theater where you can present the music. Because it's music, no matter what you want to say, it's music. One time I used to say a Bugo Yaga thing, but Bugo Yaga thing now become the normal thing. And now, when you look at the music we are playing now, it's not indigenous to the Jamaican thing, because it's really it's not like when you used to have ska days where the ska man them used to listen to jazz. But when you listen to film jazz, it's indigenously Jamaican jazz. Ska is Jamaican jazz music. Even though the artists them, the musicians them used to listen to the whole heap jazz musician them from America. Dizzy Gillespie and Duke Ellington and all of these people, them used to listen to them, but when you reach Jamaica, a different thing I hear. Different thing I hear. Just like when Bob Marley and the way used to listen to Curtis Mayfield, one of them biggest influence. Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. And when them sing now, I mean, them start out wanting to sound like the Impressions. But then them develop them own thing. Them own thing them develop. And now them even more popular. Curtis Mayfield never so popular like Bob Marley when he was alive. We have to recognize these things. How long them going to treat you like some little second-hand figure, so second-hand thing. Who when come and change the dynamics of this thing, you know? Where we say, music hall, and then you hear them announce, say, we're going to build up a music hall, or we're going to transform the music, the sports arena into a music hall that can accommodate 3,000-4,000 people comfortably, sit down and stand up, anything you want to do, with lights and all the things them we used to. I know something we talk like so we don't use it. We used to things. We tour all over the place and used to, oh, when we go, the thing presented. And it's presented like how them would have want to present a foreign artist in a Jamaica. It's strange, man. We're calling up on the minister or the ministries of culture, gender, and all the other things that she is. I am trying to remind you, anybody who know Babsy Grange, tell her, say, Mutabaruka at 5 minutes past 11 on the cutting edge is reminding her of her promise, if she don't do it yet, that she was going to call the music school in the Edna Manley Performing Arts Center. She was going to call it Ibo Cooper School of Music. Ibo Cooper School of Music. Passed last year, October, 71-year-old. 1 year older than me. And we are say, we shouldn't come and fight. No musician, no artist in Jamaica should have come and fight. People that keep stage show, though, they have to keep stage show which part people don't want them to keep stage show. Like so we are some little beggars. When it's time come, them lock it off. You need a place where when you play the music, the people them who are coming can't even hear the music. And some no place to hear. I'm not talking about open ear now, you know. I'm talking about place where 3,000-4,000 people can hold a night. When you're outside, you know, you hear no music. You have to come inside to hear the music. No, you hear man I keep show and just when the show get ready and the big artists them come on, them come lock it off. Them lock off Popcorn show down at St. Thomas. And Popcorn have fixed up a place where the government in office and the youth say it's necessary and important to fix the ditch, the place Lot of water and all them till they come out, I think. And it's like a wrong thing, him do. Him keep the show. Him say some of them beautiful Jamaican words. And them charge him $1,000. What kind of man is that? You saw here some of them pictures come and say $1,000 is too little bit, that's an old time thing. We should charge them $100,000 to say those beautiful Jamaican words. I saw them steer. Because they must say $1,000, oh, them man, they can't pay them things, they might make millions. So they will try to jump it up. We need a place to present the music. Now, you see the Bob Marley movie, more than ever, we need a place to play the music. Where old man now come and tell you about must lock off thing because at 2 o'clock. When you're inside in a closed area where people can't hear, you go forever and ever. So you them say them have one place now, zone. Them have got zone up a place so you can play 24 hours in there. We will see how long that will take now to come in line. It's a weird situation we find ourselves in now. The music live. The music is a cultural, iconic representation of Jamaica. Nothing in Jamaica help alleviate certain things like the music. And yet still, a whole heap of things that go wrong in Jamaica is because of the music. Because you have water where quench your thirst, and you have water where drown you. And we have to decide where we want it though. If it's going to drown we, or it's going to quench your thirst. But me no say, millions of people out of Jamaica, it will quench them thirst. Millions. We may not be selling millions of music, of CDs and things, but the influence of Jamaica as it relates to the music has reached the ear of, and I was say millions again, billions, because them say 7 billion people upon the earth moving up. I guarantee you, say more, even though we not sell no million seller, every tune no come out no sell no million seller. Because the youth them now, them are deal with hits and, you get hits on the social media. They not really make no millions of dollars. And I like them people they were, like Rihanna, she come out with that tune even before it come out, you heard her sell million in a 1 week. 1 week. You have artists in America who sell 1 million tune in a 1 week. I'm not talking about hard copy. Hard copy means the actual CD itself. We just love the hits them and say, why, you know how much hits me get on Spotify or whatever them call them, YouTube. Get 1 million on YouTube, million what, 0.5 cent. I mean, everybody wants to get 1 million, 0.5 cent, can add up. But the influence of music all over the world right now, it's gone into the billions of people know Jamaica through the music. Millions, billions. We don't talk about millions again, billions. Because a long time I don't hear them talk about no millionaire in America. I pay a billionaire now, me a year, who nearly reach trillionaire now. We know say you have billions of people that listen to our music. And I find it very interesting, elevating, motivating. And we there not take you right. At least the people them who supposed to take care right are going like say just a little thing around the corner. That them a take it for some round the corner. Give the music where it deserve. When you give the music where it deserve, the artists, musicians, poets, dancers is doing what them can do. You know, see it? And them doing it good too. And some of them may not like how some of them are presented, but some of them, even in the madness where them are present, it helps to satisfy a need in them community. All them need to do is steer them brains and them mind and focus on a positive vibration. Like when the Rastaman say, Rastaman vibration. Anytime we get to do that, and remember where the artists them did build up pan to make the music reach where it reach now. And don't try to do something other than and make it go backwards. Backwards. We will realize even more how potent what we have been doing is of great significance to the welfare of the whole human race. How long Marcus Garvey are dead, where them claims say Marcus Garvey is born. Right now we don't be sure if I the same born either. But you know, long it and we hear them come and say them going to do this and do that and do that and do this. Where the Marcus Garvey yard dead far, we on the same barn. You ever go a bus a man to yard and see it yet? May I tell you? Yes, we're there with you. I hope you're there with me. You know, this is weird, is that for 500 years now, black people get caught in a mentality, in a thinking that has nothing to do with them past, nothing to do with them future. We keep looking through the eyes of the slave master to find redemption and salvation. Now, them give you a religion, and a whole heap of people will say Christianity come from Africa. I beg to differ. Christianity is a European designed religion drawing from African spirituality. So a lot of the things them that we claim say because it's Christian and because the Bible was in Africa. I mean, the things them we are going on the Bible, them put it in Africa. We really believe say Christianity is an African religion. When we know that there is a country that is both in Europe and in Asia. There's a country that is in Europe and is in Asia. All you do when you're on the Asian side, you can take a ferry and go over to the European side. I have done that before, and that country is called Turkey. Turkey. There was a time when Turkey was a gateway between Europe and Asia, Europe and Africa. And a lot of the things that we give credence to right now come from Europe infiltration of the Asiatic part of Turkey. Because the capital of Turkey is Istanbul. And we know say Constantinople was part of that Turkey empire. And we know that Egypt was a gateway into what them call the Middle East. And a lot of people design them religious belief and practice for what was happening in Egypt. There's a woman, one of the women them named Cleopatra. Cleopatra had a child for a man named Mark Antony. Mark Antony. And also she have a child also for Julius Caesar. She was a very powerful woman, very powerful Egyptian. And she opened Egypt to Europeans. She opened Egypt to Europeans. And when she started to mix our children, them become part Mark Antony, part Julius Caesar. And some of them never even know them was really African, because at that time you never have no name Africa. You never have no name Africa in them time there. As a matter of fact, you never have no name Egypt neither. Constantinople. And then you have an empire named the Ottoman Empire. You never have no Iran. You never have no Iraq. You have Persia. And in this place them called Iraq, you have a place named Babylon. Babylon was a very upscale place. When them talk about the swinging gardens of Babylon. And Babylon become demonized because of the infiltration of some people who claim to be Israelites. And the Babylonians them manipulate that part of the world, go right up to the Euphrates, go right up. And we don't wonder how that part of the world is not white people, but the Israelis now call themselves Israelites when it is suiting them. When they want to claim land, them say them is Israelites from them time there. When they want to be political, them say Israeli. And some of them call themselves Zionists. And we who look and see what is happening realize the Bible helped to facilitate a kind of colonial mentality in a black people, that the people them don't have to be present to manipulate your mind and your thinking and your political ideas and your religious belief. Them don't have to be there. Them just put a book in front of you and just say, read that. And we read it without analyzing or critically thinking about what we're reading, because we are so engulfed in the slave mentality that we feel say everything better than us, we as a people. So from them time until now, black people is in a serious traumatic experience with themselves, about themselves. Them facilitate the European ideas and European ideologies and religion. And I am saying that Christianity is not an African religion. That is what I say. Christianity was given to African people because it's just 2,000 years ago. according to what them say. 2,000 years ago, you didn't have a man named Jesus, according to them. Never named Jesus neither. But after the people them start to move up and down in the part of them call the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire. Where the people them start move up and down, the people them start to develop what them call the people them who did follow this man named Jesus Christ. Them call them Christian. But it's the Europeans call them Christians. It's not them people them who are experience what was taking place in that time call themselves Christians. It's not them. It's Europeans call themselves, call the adoption of this Eastern concepts and ideas and call them Christian, and then now manipulate the history. Just like how now them are manipulate the whole war that is taking place right now in the Gaza. That them push out certain thinking in them newspaper and in them political talk. That true do have nothing to balance it or wonder if this right or this wrong. We just take everything where them give it. It's really a sensitive affair when you look on black people, especially in the West here. Them do have nothing to balance where them get during slavery and where them understand because of experience. Whether them is what them call educated or whether them is uneducated, the religion is what penetrate with more than anything else. The religion penetrate the people them more than anything else. People will change them political idea quicker than how them change them religious idea. Because the religious idea make them feel like if them don't accept it, when them dead, them are dead. I don't have to say it because black people afraid of the life where them are living now, because them put themselves in a place where them have to feel say something better than this there. No care how beautiful it is, no care how sweet them life is, them feel say something better than this there. And nobody no know that. Them only have a thing named faith. Meanwhile, the people them who give them it, when you look and feel them life, oh gosh, man. Yeah, Louis Farrakhan said the white man heaven is the black man hell. And that is really where engulf black people. That him can't satisfy with what him have. Because there's much more to get. Because him say there's much more to get, Because when him look on the slave master, him say, then how come the slave master have all of these things? And him still a walla in a mud. It's a kind of schizophrenic thinking that some of them start to live in the illusion that them is white. And so now they become white by the religion where crap them and bind them to it. That them have all of the little illusions that surround that religion, that put them in a place of just get stagnant. Because all them have to do is just keep repeating what the Europeans it come with in Africa and then transport it in Europe and then carry it over to Jamaica, the Caribbean and England and all the places where they want to carry it go. Because when you look on the people them past Turkey into Asia and past past Africa. Well, some parts of Africa, but past Africa. Well, we cannot pass Africa yet, but when you look on in Africa at this moment, Christianity is more rampant in its acceptance than Europe right now. Them have statistics for show you that. So Christianity is rising faster in Africa than in Europe. As a matter of fact, Christianity is diminishing in Europe. Diminishing because the tribes of Europe is now recognizing that even the idea of Christianity to them is now becoming stagnant. Because not one country, but one country solidify the Christian mindset upon all the world. And that country is Rome. Rome. Not Babylon, it's Rome. I mean, we look out against Babylon because, as we say, we develop a Jewish concept and a Jewish mentality, given that we have the Bible alone. We never have no other book, Bhagavad Gita. We never have I mean, you name it, we never have it. We never have the Quran, all of them. We have books there that, if you tell black people about these books, they're going to say, a foolishness you talk about, the Bible is the word of God. And them holding on upon it now more than white people. And then now, we start to live in a dream world. We're not developing, I mean, as a total of people, we're not developing ourselves as how we're supposed to develop ourselves. Because the thing that is binding us is this Christian concept, this Christian mindset that tell us, say, don't worry, things will be better, but it will be better when you die. Just wait, there's a better place than earth. When you die, then why you there so? Why you there so? Nobody wants to die, but everybody wants to go to heaven. And them tell you, say, you have to dead for go to heaven. You have to dead for go to heaven. So what is this life about? What is this life about? If heaven is a better place, then we should all commit suicide. Why would we want to live in a state of wickedness, where you see man do all this wickedness to man? You know, I mean, animals, I have to ask the question if any animal they are heaven to, but the cruelty and the devastation what human beings is doing to the planet and to themselves leave much to be desired. And people say, this couldn't be the right place for we want to go to heaven. So them going to do everything to go to heaven and realize the things them that them is doing is still not enough for catching them to heaven. Because the best way to reach the heaven is to die. The best way to reach the heaven is to die. And then will tell you, say, yeah, well, you have to have a certain way of life to go to heaven when you're alive. So your life now must be a certain way that when you're dead, you will go there to heaven. Black man, hell. White man, heaven. And we continue to facilitate this mindset. We continue to facilitate this mindset. even though we recognize that there's nothing different happening. We are just spinning in like a wheel, 360 degrees going round and round. We're not reaching the level of all the things that we hear people are talk about. You have some people gone in some strange thinking and strange doing. Them develop all sort of practices. Some people say them is not religious. But when you see how them talk and how them behave, you realize, but them have developed their own little religion, which that's not a bad idea either. But everything leads to death. And them say the wages of sin is death. But the gift of God is eternal life. So, in order to get the eternal life, you have to sin to die to get the eternal life. Because the wages of sin is death. And everybody are for dead for go to heaven. Then what is sin? What is sin if the wages of sin is death? And then everybody are for dead for go to heaven. What you do in this life that can cause you to go to heaven, you have to go through a door. And when you talk about that door now, you have to talk about Christianity. Christianity. Because that is the only way that you can go to this dead yard. The only way you can go to this dead yard is to go through that book, the Bible. And we have to relate to it like that. Because there's millions of people in China. Millions of people in China. I think them say China is the 1/3 of the world population. And millions of people in India that don't give credence to this book. Don't give credence to the book. You have indigenous people living in Australia, in Africa. We go in a certain part in Africa, man. It's unbelievable what people believe. Them don't know nothing about Jesus. Until the white guy come around there, some black man who follow white man come around there and I show them, say them have to change them ways if them want to go to heaven. None of these people ever got there yet, but them continue telling the people them that. You ask them, where is heaven? Them say up there, but you know them have telescope now we can make you see places where man could have never ever believed they exist when you're looking at them telescope there. You're looking at some telescope and you see the moon come like you're deep on the moon. It's like some of them glasses where people can't see far and you put on the glasses and you see everything just clear. But people hold on pan where them think them know and don't realize that they were given those thoughts, they was given those perceptions, those ideas by the enslaver. The enslaver. And him still do it. It was just that him not present sometime. Because now you become him. You become him. And you start to spread the gospel that him used to tell your great-great-grandparents. To the point now where you start to believe in a way him might tell you more than him believe in a way him might tell you. It's weird. Black people believe in a way white people tell them more than white people believe in a way them believe in her. It's a terrible thing. Look how much things we have that was before that, 2,000 years ago. It was before 2,000 years ago. We're going to come forward because it's 12 o'clock. We're going to come forward. Yes. Okay, we have none of that thing there. Okay, all right. So, yeah, we are talking about our perception of reality is based upon a group of people perception of them reality. Culture define are supposed to define your reality. Cultures. And we're going to say it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. One religion can suffice all cultures. Culture is the way of the people. And if you look on the world and how the world is set up and how indigenous people is all over the earth and them have their own cultural expression. So one religion can't save the world. It's just simple that. Because right now, look how much religion them have. And we have to find for them religion to claim say why this is the right way. And when we look on with life, life is just based upon of illusion and fantasies. And the more we live in it, and the more we feel it's reality. You know, they make up all sorts of things to grab way. And it's like we can't do better, you know, because most of we don't really go open my eye to other perspectives. Like for instance, now, me I talk as I know. And no people don't have them radio. Yeah. I know people don't have them radio when they hear me talk now. You know, see it. No people are saying, see it him come with the damn foolishness, you know, like I have the radio. But that's how we always stay here. And believe you, me a white man, let's sit down there and listen to what me I say. Everything what me I say, I don't turn off from radio. And the black man feel disgusted, black woman feel disgusted when she hear me talk. White man, sit down there and listen. Sit down and listen. And then tomorrow, the black man or black woman cuss me and go tell all them pass and say, this and this and that. If him not ask the person about something when me say, you know, him done go with the pass and say, damn, total Rasta boy talking damn foolish on the radio again about Christianity this and Christianity that. Never to examine it. Never to examine it. The Pope have over 1 billion people that follow him. The Pope. Them come, them go, them come, them go. But the dynasty exists, the popes. You have John the 3rd, John the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You have Philip the this, that, all that sort of thing. The Pope, tell me say, there's a man under the Basilica, Saint Basilica, which we go there already. The church named Basilica, which brought the Pope there, in the heart of Rome, the smallest city in the world. And that's a city, the smallest country in the world is Vatican City. And that's where the Pope reside. And remember a place named St. Peter's Basilica. And you know why they call it St. Peter's Basilica? Because the man who named Peter, you ever hear about Peter, St. Peter, the same man where they have and Paul, them same bury under there. It's just them take him body and put under there after them kill him. And the Pope is a representative of Jesus Christ upon the earth. You hear me say? The Pope is a representative of Christ upon the earth. And Mary is the mother of God. And in order to reach the Son, you have to go through the mother. These things is where Egyptians and a whole heap of indigenous people used to talk about mother. And mother, so I call it Mother Earth. But the Pope grab it and make it become a part of him religious belief and religious practice. That if I come now and say, Mother, and start to praise Mother, you hear people say, what kind of damn foolishness is that? If you praise God and not praise woman, then who you think they start the whole of this thing here? A woman and the Egyptian them take it on, say ISIS. ISIS. When it reach in a Rome and Europe, they did have a ISIS. What them call freedom movement, ISIS women freedom movement. Where the woman them worship ISIS in a Rome. In a Rome. And Greece and all them places there. And when you look on the woman who them put up, even to this day, if you go in a Rome, you see it. And if you go in Africa, you see it. In Africa, if you go upon in a Senegal, if you go in a Senegal and go upon Gorée Island is where the African them was shipped to Senegal, Gorée Island. There's a church there in Gorée Island. And when you go in there, you say, a woman, them say is Mary. And it's a black statue, you see. Black statue, you see. And when you go in a Rome, it's the same black statue, you see. Why would they want to make the statue black? When you go a certain place, them say, it's smoke and fire make the color of the woman get black. That is what them tell me. Fire make the woman get black. It's only the skin black, pan the thing, you know. The clothes of Shavana black. The clothes of Shavana black, you know. I'm just asking that them say, it's smoke, make it happen. You know, it's a weird situation we find ourselves in African people. Because when we go in at the deepest part of Yoruba land, in Nigeria, and Yoruba frighten a whole heap of people, the religion of Yoruba. When you go in Ghana, it frightened, black people get frightened and scared. Remember African come to my house one time and he refused to come inside because he see the things they were having, they will represent African and Africa. Now I'm coming out of the house. And it's some most Jamaicans there, most black people scared when them see these things. But when them look on where the white man are doing at the church, and when bring down to way, it's a crazy, crazy thing. And when them have black people are ball out about the blood of a man must wash them. The blood of this must save them. And them don't know, say the reason why them have said that was because some people used to sacrifice children. Then why you see most of the angel them in Europe? And some little picnic. And some little youth, baby. When you look at all, you don't understand where I go on. You don't understand where I go on. A baby, a whole heap of the angel means baby. You have a statue in Europe, the man, we call Notre Dame. We go to Notre Dame and see them things, the man, me I say, no, yes, sir, but I like to see black people come just observe these things. Just observe it. And when them go back in Africa now, and them look on where the African them are doing, them I say, no, them afraid. What kind of ugly thing that, ugly this or ugly that? Some little strange talk. Them want to put African things aside. And them come and hear about voodoo and obia. And because some unscrupulous people like the past in them, these people take unto themselves some African retentive elements of African spirituality and use it against the people them. And they make it look so bad that the people them reject it and not only reject it. The slave master make it illegal to practice these African retentions. The slave master make it illegal. And then when it come to you now, you lick it like six. Look how much people me hear, look how much artists me sing against Obia. Against Obia. Them don't want to face up to the reality because them don't know nothing else more than what Christian tell them about Obia. Meanwhile, the old Christian are working Obia in the church. Sprinkle olive oil around the place and I give you chorus in your mouth and I talk about the flesh. When you bend down in a Roman Catholic church and them have the Eucharist, them put it on your tongue and them say, this is my flesh, a Jesus Christ flesh. And then drink the wine and say, this is my blood. And nobody knows see that as weird. Nobody knows see that as weird. What them hear about Obia man and them kill you for Obia man talk. And you have some man who talk about him and Obia man and the wickedest man on earth. Just like how you have some pastors, the corrupt and thief. But that now gonna make me fight against Obia. Because Obia never enslaved me. I'm gonna say it again, you know, Obia never enslaved we. And Obia free way. Go right down and look on all of the man them and the woman them who help to fight against these European invaders. You talk about Taki, Nani, Kojo, even Paul Bogle, even though them say my deacon, but him hold on and hang on upon certain things. Why we don't recognize that we get trapped in them illusion and delusion? That them I work them little thing and sprinkle olive oil and all them something there. And I give spring water and I say a healing. A healing water. Give healing water. I say, a spring where you go all the while, you know. Them just back it and can't come at church. And say you have arthritis, all right, dump your back with this. You have this, that. I hope them a work, you know. But them not call it Obia. Because Obia is a bad word. White people tell you that. White people tell you it's Obia a bad word. You see, if you had known Taki and Bookman and all these people who liberate we, Nani, will liberate themselves. Where you think them have gun to kill people? The little gun with them, the little musket them with them have, couldn't rise up against the big cannon and guns of these British who come invade the land. So we have to find something else, so we go back in our indigenous, ancient thinking and level. And them have to dig off. We're going to take a break and come forward. You know, why we bring up this conversation at the night time is because we hear some preacher defend the actions of the Israeli them against the Palestinian people, because according to them, the Bible ordained these things to happen because Jesus Christ is going to appear right there where them fighting. And we know, say, the Bible, especially the Old Testament, mass murders and genocide has been done to other people in the name of God. When you look on the Bible, when you look on what God tell Moses to do and tell the Israelites to do, wipe out cities, even the baby, the children, take the woman them for themselves. These things was told to these people by the so-called God. And people really believe, say, this God, ever knowing, ever seen, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, write these things in a book and then tell you, say, Him is the most compassionate, loving, kind, generous thing on earth or over the earth or upon the earth. Wipe out the whole world according to them, which, if you really check it, not go so, but that is say, Him wipe out the whole world with people upon it and say, Him repent that Him did make man. Yes, it says so. When you look on the wars that has been fought in the name of God, you realize, what the hell is black people thinking? What is black people thinking? Because this biblical God is saying that if you don't worship Him, or if you don't worship it, you are going to die by the nation that is around you, who Him defend, who Him say the Israelites are the children of God. I mean, think about it. Compassionate, omnipresent, omnipotent. It's demanding that you worship it, demanding that. And if you don't do it, you are going to go to hell and burn in a fire. It's a terrible, terrible mindset that. And then people actually believe that there's some divine entity that is giving people this inspiration to write these things. When it's just man and his intention doing these things. People are wandering and have nowhere to go. Them build up laws, that's why I say culture represent a people's idea, culture. Because if you read the book properly, you will see, say, these people never have nowhere to go. When according to them left Egypt. Them left Egypt and going to the next place. And the land where them going is not for them own. Because it said God is going to give them a land flowing with milk and honey. The land of the Canaanites. And these people go in up the land where it's not for them own. And just start to kill in the name of God. Them just a kill and a take away, kill and a take away. Conquerors, them call themselves. And we really, really latch on to these stories as stories of a compassionate being that live way up in the sky. Way up in the sky. Who has seen the face of the Lord and live? That is what them ask you. Who see it and live? And then we have to ask the question, why you can't look at him face? And how come him have face? How come him have face? Or how come is him? All these things you need to ask yourself. How come is him? Who is questioning these things? Nobody. Well, not nobody, but people who thinking, question it, and come up with the understanding and say, these things is some man-made illusions who seeking power by any means necessary. And the only thing him could do is create some entity that him can use to manipulate the people them, who them leading. And if we talk about Moses, Moses is a great politician. Moses, very great politician. But guess what? It's people make the world go round.